Hello my lovely people, good morning to you. Yes, you that is watching this video, you that always stay tuned to Linda's TV show. Good morning and I welcome you. Anywhere you are watching this video, I greet you according to your time zone. If it is your first time of coming across this wonderful platform, Linda's TV show, and you like the kind of content information we'll bring to you here, kindly subscribe, put on your notification bell to all notification. With this, you will be able to know when we upload a new video. Here, we react to all forms of news. We inform, educate, sanitize the members of the public about what is happening in the globe, especially in Nigeria and in Biafra land. I also want to seize this opportunity to put a disclaimer that Linda's TV show and all the content here do not in any way try to instigate or preach misleading information, violent or instigating violence. We are only here to educate and inform the members of the public. Information, they say, is power. And I also seize this opportunity to appreciate you, YouTube, for creating this wonderful platform that we are using to disseminate this information. It is not easy to manage a very platform like this. So my great people, I greet you. Most of you will say I talk too much. Oh yes, I need to introduce myself. So I will present to you another video. Hey, you need to sit down very well and listen to this video. You know, I tell you guys that truth cannot be covered. No matter how you try to cover the truth, one day it will come out. Truth is like pregnancy. When you are 1 month, 2 months, anybody that is not living closer to you might not know that you are pregnant. But once it's 3 months, 4 months, you cannot suppress, you cannot cover. That is how truth is. You know, a lot of things is happening today in this Biafra struggle, and a lot of stories about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, even those that we trusted with our hearts. I'm not going to talk too much. I will allow you this from the horse's mouth. So I will present to you our brother Paul Onwubiko. If you are not following him, please try and follow him. Oye he always bring a good analysis of information or anything that you want to know about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the Ori Rerea. Let's listen to this video. After listening, like I always say, I give opportunity. You have the right to criticize. You have the right to disagree. You have the right to correct. You have the right to give ideas. At this point in time, we need idea, good one. But if you are criticizing or disagreeing with somebody's opinion, you should also provide your own opinion and facts so that people will see something, they will lay their hand. May God bless you as you watch, share, and always follow our platform. Thank you for watching.
100 billion
activities in Biafra, extremist activities, they are beheading people, and their leader or their organization, the organization is Mieti Allah. We want to understand why Nigerian government gave Mieti Allah 100 billion naira, no matter the security issues in Nigeria.
Well, this issue, we have discussed about it. We have talked about it for a very long time. It is quite clear at this point in time for everybody to understand that the Islamists, the jihadists, led by the Fulani Jihad, is in control of the Nigerian government.
Yeah.
If you could remember, there was a time that Boko Haram nominated the late Muhammadu Buhari to negotiate on their behalf when the former president of Nigeria, Goodluck Jonathan, was in.
What is happening? Many of times we used to say that the Igbo man is still the problem of Igbo man. Fulanis nominated Buhari. Yeah, Boko Haram nominated Buhari to go and represent them. But to Igbo people who sold Mazen Nandekano the only voice, they go on recruiting people.
Now they are going about sending me messages. Oh, you take. So you are sending Nigerian government information. Why wouldn't I send them message so that they will know exactly who is after them?
While we are doing what we are doing,
I will send it.
we are doing what we are doing, keeping the records how it's supposed to be. Now let us take you deep a little. Owen, thank you for joining. Blessing Kelechi, thank you for joining. Gozier BTV, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Let this message go viral. If you watch here now, a picture speaks more than 1,000 words. You will see Fulanis, how they've been protected when they went inside Boko Haram to train her on how to use gun and bullet. And when these people, after their training, Buhari called them and they recruited them and give them army uniform, give them police uniform, give them navy uniform, promoted some of them and put some of them inside offices. These people whom our PM has mapped out under wanted are the people in the southeast. They are the people who authorized these people to come to Biafran land to kill their own people. To kill their own people. Why Peter Obi is now the Gumi? You know, Peter Obi now is with the leader of the terrorist, Gumi. He cannot even go to television and call the names of the people who is killing people. But all of them team up to bring down someone who came to speak. Now, we have to go on to analyze.
Power. You could also testify that in 2015, when Muhammad Buhari became the president of Nigeria, he started pacifying the murderous Islamist Boko Haram that has been killing people, that have raised communities, that have caused death and destruction. He started to negotiate with them, giving them money, paying ransom, unconstitutionally, without any parliamentary approval for such inducement. Yeah. That is to empower Boko Haram to arm themselves the more. Okay. From that trend, Boko Haram members that were
dear friends and lovers of freedom, I want you to watch this video. This is the people terrorizing Imo and Anambra, and now they have met their Waterloo. Many of you will be saying, oh, why are you celebrating their death? Pay attention. These people told you that they are forcing sit at home. Who are they forcing the sit at home against? Their fans are sitting at home willingly. You don't force sit at home on any person. And the IPOB can never use gun and bullets to force anyone. I want you to watch this video. After you watch it, I will come back. Okay, now. Yeah. 1 AK, 2, 3, 4, plus pump action 5. Rocket launcher. 1.
Listen to some of you knows because of policies. Some of you knows about this thing. All these people now, all of them today, they knew this guy who made this video. Who made this video?
Said they will kill me. But they can.
France have been using willingly for their solidarity for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but the criminals are now capitalizing on that.
Captured 2013, 2014 by the Goodluck Jonathan administration. All of them were released and recruited into the Nigerian army. And such recruitment, recruiting jihadists into the mainstream Nigerian army, is supposed to have gone through the parliament if Nigeria is really a state that works with laws. But this was done single-handedly by the presidency of Nigeria, which is unconstitutional. We also see that in the northeast, in Borno State, they call them hunters. These hunters, they are like the vigilantes in my villages. Yeah. These hunters were empowered and attached to the Nigerian military, which is very, very wrong. It's unconstitutional. Because if you want to do such things, there must be a parliamentary legislation on that. Yes. So that every other part of the country will participate in that hunting business. Yes. But it is only for Borno State. These are for agenda. Yes. We can also remember that immediately Muhammadu Buhari was sworn into power in 2015. The first thing he did was to take the military command center, take it to Borno, to the Fulani controlled area. It was for a purpose. In order to indoctrinate these people secretly without people knowing it. What they are doing.
When we've been explaining this thing to Biafrans, when we have been explaining this thing, this agenda to Biafrans, the agenda of Usman Dan Fodio, this is what all these recruited people been doing.
So kind. They just meet their Waterloo. Now, another thing I want you to pay attention. There is a video I will play you here so that you will see the reaction of the village where these people come from. So that you will know how people react to their death. Are people mourning their death or people celebrating their death? If people are not mourning your death and you claim...
Are you getting it? How many people knows this? So, all these people today, where are them? Where are them? All of them entered, many of them entered Ebubago to be fighting against the Biafra they took oath to defend. Many of them took money. Many of them now are inside Ebubago. You know, many regretted and many returned. And in this Biafran government today, the door is open to anybody who found out that he or she has made mistake in this movement we are into. We will go on analyzing. Today, our message is spiritual. The mystic power of Chukwukika Abiyama to our ancestors is at work, very, very active, because you will not understand what happened. It doesn't mean you have not heard they betrayed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But when you understand why they betrayed Nnamdi Kanu and how they betrayed him, then you will be able to know the history you will pass down to your people. Let us keep on analyzing this video that is here.
They are officially retraining these jihadists. As they are retraining them, these people, they are retraining them in order to use them for an impending jihad. There is an impending jihad in Nigeria Because in 1960, after Nigeria's independence, Ahmadu Bello reminded them again that this estate, this Nigeria that was created, that has been given independence, should be seen as an estate of their great-grandfather Uthman Danfodio.
Is mainly
that they will prevent
everybody. If they go to a village, to a town,
because in 1960, after Nigeria's independence, Ahmadu Bello reminded them again that this estate, this Nigeria that was created, that has been given independence, should be seen as an estate of their great-grandfather. Because in 1960, after Nigeria's independence, Ahmadu Bello reminded them again that this estate, this Nigeria that was created, that has been given in
in a labor camp as a labor.
This is the Ahmadu Bello he's talking about.
They will try to emerge as headman of that camp, and so on. Well, in the past, our people were not alive to their responsibilities, because you can see from our northernization policy that in 1952, when I came here, there weren't 10 northerners in our civil service here. Then I tried to have it northernized, and now all important posts are being held by northerners.
Is this policy of filling all key posts in the north solely with northerners and not with other Nigerians a temporary or permanent one?
In actual fact, what it is a northerner first. If you can't get a northerner, then we take an expatriate like yourself on contract. If we can't, then we can employ another Nigerian, but on contract too. This is going to be permanent, I should say, as far as I can foresee, because it will be rather dangerous to see the number of boys who are now turning from all our learning institutions, coming out with having no work to do. I'm sure whichever government of the day might be, it will, I should say, as far as I can foresee.
Are you understanding? Please give me a comment. Nopanda, Emma, thank you. Happy Ume, thank you. Thank you. When Mazen Nnamdi Kanu began to agitate, he already calling everybody, trying that everybody will become a journalist. This one we are doing now is what they call mini journalist, you know. Then, when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu begin to cry out louder, these journalists, these are Nigerian journalists. This one you are watching here now. They begin to hear and they begin to reason on the gospel of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Then the message of Biafra begin to circulate all over the world. International media begin to listen to our outcry. Thank you. Then they begin to listen to our outcry. Now, they planned on how to take Mazen Nnamdi Kanu out of the way. Then Ahmadu Bello said here that anybody who will work in Nigeria, you can see him here, who will work in Nigeria has to work as under contract. That is why you see that all these puppets that came from Biafran land are serving Fulanis. And they go as far as bringing our prime minister on a wanted list. Now, our prime minister brought them out also on a wanted list. These are the puppets that is working under contract to keep what Usman Danfodio created. We have to go on to analyze this video for you to know why we are doing it. We will be combining everything. This is how we do our own analysis. The people who is not here, who don't know how we do our analysis, that is how we do our analysis. With the play, with the show. A picture speaks more than 1,000 words. The sea has a new challenge every day because the treasure is hidden in an open place. ihe a na-achọ n'uko elu ọ dị n'uko ala ma ndị Igbo kwe ma ndị Igbo kwe. Now we go on.
Independence should be seen as an estate of their great-grandfather Uthman Danfodio. That they will prevent us from controlling our destiny. And that is what they are pursuing to the letter. And in 2019, the government is giving out 100 billion naira to the terrorists. In 2019, the government is giving out 100 billion naira to the terrorists. What they are pursuing to the letter. And in 2019, the government is giving out 100 billion naira to the terrorists.
In 2019, Zoo government, terrorist government, gave Fulanis Meyetiala the most deadliest terrorists in this world. They gave them 100 billion naira to fund them. And when they are doing this thing, this is what our people is doing.
Reporting from Finland, this is the day that the Lord has made, and we would rejoice and be glad in it. Simon Ekpa has been arrested by the Finnish police. Simon Ekpa, the Nigerian guy who lives in Lati, who has been terrorizing Nigeria, has been arrested by the Finnish police. And the Finnish police has done a great job. How can Simon Ekpa be in Finland and be sponsoring terrorism in Nigeria that has killed a lot of people in Nigeria? I trust the Finnish government. That's why I'm here, contributing to the development of Finland. God bless Finland. God bless Sanna Marin. God bless the government of Finland. God bless the Finnish police. They've done a great job. Simon Ekpa, the leader of autopilot terrorist group who incites violence in Nigeria, violence that provokes killing, has just been arrested. Glory be to God. Glory be to God. Simon Ekpa has been arrested. Finnish police. Kudos, kudos, kudos.
Are you understanding the game? Because we didn't put the word inside their mouth. They are the ones.
Government is giving out 100 billion naira to the terrorists. It's for a purpose. Is giving out 100 billion naira to the terrorists. It's for a purpose. To advance ethnic.
As this thing is going on, Emerike, thank you. Yes, I am preaching it for everybody to understand. You know, the last time Mazen Nnamdi Kanu came out, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu spoke in a high volume. You know, without Simon Ekpa, Nnamdi Kanu cannot open mouth again. Nnamdi Kanu would have become a dead human being today. But when he see that Biafra now already have government and will be declared on the 2nd of December, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu went to court and he told Binta Nyako, where is the treasonable felony? Where are all these things? I told you I will win you in this court. I will defeat Nigerian government in this court. Is it not true? If every one of us would back down, do you think that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will have got to speak again? That will never happen. I want to read comment. People are here. I want to read comment. The only thing, I don't have this thing to bring the comments out. Patient, thank you. Happy woman, thank you. You know, this is what these people, Master Simon Ekpa preach what he called afterthought betrayal. And the mystic power of Chukwu Okike Abiyama to our ancestors is at work. The mystic. We are telling you now how this thing is functioning physically and spiritually. All these people, that fight against our PM today, where are them? The spirit of Biafra is fighting. And we told you that Biafra is a spirit nobody can defeat. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu says, only Biafra, only Chukwu Okike Abịama will deliver Biafra. And the spirit of Chukwu Okike Abịama fight. The spirit of Chukwu Okike Abịama is like a Amadioha that fight with fire. That is the spirit of Chukwu Okike Abịama. Chukwu Okike Abịama, people who is defining Chukwu Okike Abịama, there is another supreme God, and there is Chukwu Okike Abịama. Chukwu Okike Abịama is like Amadioha that fight with fire. Since the initiation of Chukwu Okike Abịama, what is happening in Biafran land? Fire, fire everywhere. And we will deliver Biafra. Diana, thank you. Thank God for the life of our PM. Now, Diana, thank you. Your messages is recorded here. Now, we are listening to them again. And when we listen to them, we will bring out evidences. Because the mystic power of Chukwu Okike Abịama is working in our life today. Let us continue.
Ethnic cleansing to take over the land that belongs to the indigenous people, enslave those that couldn't run away.
Okay, thank you. That means the money was not actually given for...
The money that was given to them is for them to arm themselves more to the teeth. Remember, Olusegun Obasanjo was... The money that was given to them is for them to arm themselves more to the teeth. Remember, Olusegun Obasanjo was part of those that massacred more than 5 million Biafran people.
Yeah.
Olusegun Obasanjo is part of the cabal, he's part of the caliphate that has subjugated the people of Nigeria for years now.
Through their policies.
Olusegun Obasanjo was with Murtala Mohammed before he died.
Are you getting it clearly? John Chooks, thank you. We are packaging the history and a documentary our upcoming generation will go into and dig out. When PM begin to tell people, telling P2B to come down, IPOBs come down, what happened? Listen.
What's going on? What's happening?
This was when Tinubu mobilized his thoughts, his talks to fight against the people who wanted to vote for P2B, undermining. P2B won the election, and here they said, Ahmadu Bello said in this place,
died. Yeah. Olusegun Obasanjo became the president of Nigeria in 1979. Olusegun Obasanjo also became the president of Nigeria again from 1999 to 2007. So he knows the secret agenda, because this secret agenda was not discovered today, since the 60s. This secret agenda is the reason why the 5 majors struck. Go and read the book, Why We Struck, written by Ademola Ademoyega. Go and see. This secret agenda is the reason why the 5 majors struck. Go and read the book, Why We Struck, written by Ademola Ademoyega. Go and read that book. You will see the reason why they struck. It is because there was an Islamic Fulani agenda to complete the conquest of Uthman Dan Fodio of 1804. Agenda to complete the conquest of Udman Dan Fodio of 1804. So these are what is happening.
Mr. Kalagu, you have said it all. Our people can see exactly what is happening, the movement of Islamization in Nigeria, the movement of jihad in Nigeria. Biafrans had you, and what we want to understand right now is, what do you think that the Biafrans should do right now to escape this Fulanization agenda?
The only thing is to embrace Biafra. Our viewers, Nigerians, lovers of freedom, the people of Biafra, the dice is cast. Olusegun Obasanjo has said it. The last time T.Y. Danjuma also said it. If you don't know who is T.Y. Danjuma, T.Y. Danjuma was also part of the caliphate in the city. T.Y. Danjuma was
So, lovers of freedom, we are keeping the history. What you see there is the picture of T.Y. Danjuma. And the video that is playing there is also T.Y. Danjuma.
Is under assault. There's an attempt at ethnic cleansing in this state and, of course, in all the riverine state of Nigeria. We must resist it. We must stop it. Every one of us must rise up. The armed forces are not neutral. They collude. They collude. They collude with the armed bandits that kill people, kill Nigerians. They facilitate their movements. They cover them. If you are depending on the armed forces to stop the killings, you will all die one by one.
Are you getting what we are doing? Please, your comment is needed. Your comment is highly needed. Why we are doing what we are doing is for you to know the reason you must support what we are doing.
one of those, including Gowon, that killed Agoye Ironsi. And in 2018, 2019, these people that have been working with the caliphate came out openly to tell you that there is Islamic agenda. You have to believe them. You have to work to make sure that you free yourself from this impending danger. To tell you that there is Islamic agenda. You have to believe them. You have to work to make sure that you free yourself from this impending danger.
In Arabic and distributed in selected mosques in northern Nigeria by Fulani nationalist movement. So now, dated November 6, 2018, the battle is getting closer. We call on all true Muslims. This is the time to act. This is the time for Second Holy War. We started in 1804. The British stopped us. We must regain the terrorist laws. It is against Islam to rotate war with infidels. Forget about election that will only lead to sharing of power. Think of the kingdom that we shall rule forever. We can change the naughty history. Ottoman Dan Fodio did it successfully. We can do it. We must take the enemies in the west, central, and the last by surprise. That is the plot. Destroy and occupy their homes, occupy their forests, occupy their streets, occupy their schools, occupy their markets, and you will suffer in this. Rain and shade will fall on you, but heaven will honor you after the inevitable battles. Our task for the infidels must be total and overwhelming. We must begin by installing fear in them, weakening their resolve through kidnaps, brutal rapes, making it difficult for them to farm and subdue them before the war. Our strategies involves learning from the tactics of the past and merge it with the wisdom of the movement. There is no going back. Nigeria is our own. It was handed over to us by Allah. How then can we share what is ours? We must never fight a defensive war. We must make the battle. We must take the battle to the homes of the infidels. We must use everything that we have, whether you are a boy, a lady, a man, or a woman. All Muslims of Fulani origin must take this as a duty. We must sharpen our fighting weapons. Everything is a weapon. Your kada, your knives, your hands, the trailers you drive, the tankers with fuel, food you sell, the house of the infidels that you guide. Study very well and wait for our order. Exploit the weakness of the infidels. They are lousy, lack discipline, sleep like fools, love parties and dances, lack discipline, and mostly unarmed. With your vantage positions, you can take on a whole family of 10, conquer and kill them if need be. The battle must be fought in their homeland. The middle belt must be totally crushed. They are few and divided. Never trust anyone in the east and not in the south. Not even their filthy Muslims who do everything Allah rejects. Get yourself prepared. The battle is near. Please circulate to all Christians. Very urgent. IPOB. One family. One family. IPOB. Okay. I think before this, our Onyendu, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, has been saying this. Am I right? Yes.
So, this is where this one stopped. You know, Biafrans, thank you that you are here.
Talks about killing your premier.
Thank you that you are here, watching, sharing, commenting also. It is good when you are doing something, you know exactly what you are doing. When you are doing something, you know exactly why you are fighting, why you stand strong to defend that which you must defend. Because they deceived these DOS people. Today, all of them are running up and down. All of them don't even know where they belong. All of them don't even know what to do. They don't even know what to do. Many of them. That's why they are crying. Confusion and the karma. Some people in this Biafran struggle, they say the karma is real. The karma is the reason you see them shouting and crying.
That's not what they are doing now. They are doing about sending me messages. Oh, you take. So you are sending Nigerian government information. Why wouldn't I send them message so that they will know exactly who is after them? I will send it. I will send it.
This person who is here working for Ifeanyi Uba and Ifeanyi Ejiofor, and his voice have destroyed a lot of people. Why our media has been able to capture some Nigerian,
because the Nigerian constitution, which is fraudulent, has Sharia in it. And this Sharia is what they are implementing. So we should not take this particular threat with a pinch of salt. We must act decisively through the revolution that the indigenous people of Biafra is seeking, through the United Nations Charter for the rights of indigenous people for self-determination.
Thank you very much, Mr.
We must act decisively through the revolution that the indigenous people of Biafra is seeking, through the United Nations Charter for
Biafrans. Do you know the revolution these people took to Finland? This is the revolution. When you know that Finland is doing everything to make sure that children of God is being saved. And this is the revolution they were able to carry.
Our first lady, us all over the world, our lady is going to address us now. I want you to pay attention. No, good afternoon from Unati, Finland. Here at the 1 million man rally. We appreciate you for coming. Please, what you can get here, know what is happening today here in Finland. Please, you are on to Radio Biafra and it's living all over the world. Please.
Whenever you're joining us from today, good morning, good evening. I am so happy to be called upon in your midst. And unfortunate, I was not able to arrive as you all did yesterday because of kind of health issue. After this time, I will be coming on the radio and
it is not new to you keeping history, because the mystery of Chukwukike Abiama upon the life of our ancestors is active. It's active. This is the program of 5555 Vision. And we play what we know. Things, evidences, not you coming and telling me to leave that made me to take oath. Everything this man said here is the reason I left my business and the things I am doing and took oath to support this movement, this Biafra
people, and their leader or their organization. The organization is Mieti Allah. We want to understand why Nigerian government gave Mieti Allah 100 billion naira, no matter the security issues in Nigeria.
Well, this issue, we have discussed about it.
You know, as we are coming, we are piling histories here. Why we are fighting, defending Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, which they have today, they formed a picture of Nnamdi Kanu with the green, white, green. We've been telling them Mazen Nnamdi Kanu passed this information. And here is what Shetima was doing. This is the Vice President of Nigeria. The people who is arming, who gave 100 billion to their own brothers to arm them, to come down to Eastern Zone to kill your own brothers. And what these people that call themselves IPOB Nigeria, telling you that Nnamdi Kanu is their Lord and personal Savior, they could not analyze this thing. They couldn't tell them that Nigeria has been sponsoring these people. What they say is, they have to destroy Simon Ekpa and anybody who asks what have Simon Ekpa done. Mazen Nneamwodo here in this place said, anybody who will stand up to defend himself, anybody who will stand to say that they want to be free, he is going to sabotage them. And it was Nneamwodo that is the leader of Ohaneze Ndigbo then. He is the person that signed Operation Python Dance, the one that took the life of many in Afaruku Ibeku. And this is the man.
Ụmụaka adịcha 1 year, 2 years, na 3 years. Ekwere na pakeji afa. Elu plane tụgharịa ụfọdụ na-eti ifefa na steel work bụ ya bụ plane. Ndị na-elu ebe fatel a na-elu ọkada ka eburu wee. Ndị pụrụ apụ the undocumented. Amara onye nwụrụ fa. Imirikiti n'ime fa nọ na Gabon tata. Ụfọdụ nọ na Ghana. Ụfọdụ nọ na Ivory Coast.
Instead, this man will go and negotiate to bring back all our people that is being sold as slave. What he said here will shock you. Eh?
West Africa. Ndị Gabon gbara onye bụ president ba akwụkwọ si na ọ ma achịkwa n'ọbụ onye Igbo na ndị abụ bongo no adopt ya adopt. Ife ji akọrọ akụkọ abụ onye Igbo ọbụla osisi wetakwa ahịa n'obodo a nwa bụ nne nwụrụ ga-abụ sabọtụ a. Onye rụrụ ọrụ onye ndị tepụna-achị ekwu eziokwu onye nwụrụ ga-abụ sabọtụ a. Ife ji akọrọ akụkọ abụ onye Igbo ọbụla osisi wetakwa ahịa n'obodo a nwa bụ nne nwụrụ ga-abụ sabọtụ a.
You know, we dey play, we dey show. We dey play, we dey show. Have you seen how the saboteur started? The father of Nneamwodo worked as a saboteur during Biafran War. And then Nneamwodo initiated this saboteur movement that has been going on. Nneamwodo and all these Irats, 500,000 recruited Irats, they never told you something like this. Why we are doing what we are doing, keeping mighty history and the mighty documentary. Mighty documentary, as we are keeping it up. We are keeping them up. All this thing is piled because the power of Chukwuokike Abiama is doing mighty. Let us listen to this place, then I will have to bring something in case of tomorrow.
We have talked about it for a very long time. It is quite clear at this point in time for everybody to understand that the Islamists, the jihadists, led by the Fulani Jihad, is in control of the Nigerian government. Yeah. If you could remember, there was a time that Boko Haram nominated the late Muhammadu Buhari to negotiate on their behalf when the former president of Nigeria, Goodluck Jonathan, was in power. You could also testify that in 2015, when Muhammadu Buhari became the president of Nigeria, he started pacifying the murderous Islamist Boko Haram that has been killing people, that have raised communities, that have caused death and destruction. He started to negotiate with them, giving them money, paying ransom, unconstitutionally, without any parliamentary approval for such inducement. Yeah. That is to empower Boko Haram to arm themselves the more. Okay. From that trend, Boko Haram members that were captured 2013, 2014 by the Goodluck Jonathan administration, all of them were released and recruited into the Nigerian army. And such recruitment, recruiting jihadists into the mainstream Nigerian army, is supposed to have gone through the parliament if Nigeria is really a state that works with laws. But this was done single-handedly by the presidency of Nigeria, which is unconstitutional. We also see that in the northeast, in Borno State, they call them hunters. These hunters, they are like the vigilantes in my villages. Yeah. These hunters were empowered and attached to the Nigerian military, which is very, very wrong. It's unconstitutional. Because if you want to do such things, there must be a parliamentary legislation on that. Yes. So that every other part of the country will participate in that hunting business. Yes. But it is only for Borno State. These are for agenda. Yes. We can also remember that immediately Muhammadu Buhari was sworn into power in 2015. The first thing he did was to take the military command center, take it to Borno, to the Fulani controlled area. It was for a purpose. In order to indoctrinate these people secretly without people knowing it. What they are doing.
Dear friends, our message is documentary. Delivering the message. You listening know it very, very well that what Biafra need now is support. What the Biafran government need today is support. Because they must.
People, as we have finished watching this interesting video, please, I want to see your comment, your contribution, your opinion in the comment section. Like I said earlier, let us do it constructively. Tell me what you think about this video that you have just watched, and also about the platform. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please remember to subscribe, put on your notification bell, share this video, and remain blessed.